Hi everyone, this is the Elev8 Project. My name is Ryan, and this is our first episode of our podcast. Well, the podcast for the Elev8 Project. And this first episode, I'm actually also streaming on YouTube. I shouldn't say streaming, I'm also posting a video version for this podcast on YouTube. And first, this episode is really about the Elev8 Project and saying thank you. Thank you so much. This channel has reached over 1,000 subscribers. I say we. I don't know why I say we. There's really only me that's running the Elev8 Project. So this is my YouTube channel branching out into a podcast. So I want to say first, thank you. I understand that it takes a lot of effort and to hit that subscribe button, to like the videos, to continue watching the videos that I create. And when I look at those 1,000 subscribers, I'm not looking at a number. I'm looking at that there are 1,000 individuals out there that took the effort, like my videos enough to hit that subscribe button. So thank you. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to continue my online journey, to continue creating content, and now branching into a podcast. So I want to kind of start about what the Elev8 Project is, what I've gone through in this journey, and what the future of the Elev8 Project is going to be going forward. So first off, the Elev8 Project started last year in July 19th, I think is when I posted my first YouTube video. And it was me wanting to share my knowledge, my experience, and my expertise when it comes to working from home, specifically elevating your presentation skills, using Zoom, using different technology to be more present and to communicate better with online virtual presentations, or just even being present online. So that's how it started. And I focused on lighting, I focused on presentation skills, which is really public speaking and treating a camera like a person when we're talking about eye contact, always looking into the camera. Talked about also what to upgrade if you really want to elevate your online presentations. And I'm not saying going all out professional gear and buying out a Shure SM7B and buying a Rodecaster Pro to really set up. I do talk about those things if you want to really elevate that to the next level. But from a basic level, it's about getting an external mic. A lot of people working from home are using laptops that they got from their organization or their company to work from home. And that's not necessarily the best mic and the best camera. And for some, the cameras are not even included in the laptops if it's a corporate computer. So that's where I kind of started. I wanted to share that knowledge. I wanted to share that experience. And then it really evolved with a particular video because I had a laptop. That's what I used. I traveled a lot for work, and I like to use different places in my household to work, have a different atmosphere. So having a laptop was very versatile for me. And of course, during the pandemic, kids were staying at home, my wife was staying at home, and we had to really create different places in our household as dedicated workspaces. And I realized I wasn't really using my laptop as the actual device of choice to really enhance my workflow, my work experience, versus having a dedicated computer. So I went out shopping, did some research, and I originally wanted to get Mac Pro. A couple of reasons. I was working from home. I was very interested in audio and video and content creation. I wanted to share my knowledge, my experience, and my expertise in a way that was professional and was at the minimum standard to present my ideas and communicate effectively. And in order to do that, I would have to learn how to edit. I would need a powerful enough computer if I were to get into Photoshop, things of that nature. And I was working with, at that time, a MacBook Pro 2016 i7 quad core, 16 gigabytes of RAM. I think it had 512 gigabytes of hard drive space. If it is, I'll correct it. I'll put it in the description. And it really started to show its age when I started video editing. It really started to get pushed when I was doing live streaming. I wanted to enhance my Zoom presentations by using OBS. And every time I used OBS, that fan was just going, it was so loud. With that in mind, I ended up deciding, instead of getting a Mac Pro, because that would have been a huge amount of investment, it's a huge cost, I ended up getting the Mac Mini M1 level entry computer from Apple. And I was like, looking at the reviews, this is a pretty amazing computer. So I ended up buying it, and I did a review on it. Talked about what I liked, what I didn't like, why I thought this would be a great working from home computer for 80 to 90% of people. Not everybody. I get it. You're going to want a little bit more power maybe. Depending on the work that you're doing working from home, you're going to need a very powerful computer. And when I ended up investing in Final Cut Pro, one of the main reasons why I wanted to use Final Cut Pro is I knew if this was going to be something I was going to do long term. It's always been something that I've wanted to learn in the past. I might as well just start learning it now. Make my mistakes as I go on. Learn the things that I like. Get really used to Final Cut, where when I'm ready to enhance and elevate my video production, I'd be okay at an editing level. So, got Final Cut Pro. I knew it was optimized for the M1 chip. And boom, that video continues to grow the channel. I think right now it's not massive views in context to a lot of people. As a new YouTuber putting videos online, I think it's at like 30,000 or maybe even more views just on that video. And it's also one of the major videos that has grown my channel to 1,000 subscribers. So I started going in that route of having this niche, talking about all the different products, skills, productivity, workflows for people working from home. And really started doing tech reviews on a lot of different products that I personally use to enhance my workflow from the perspective of someone working from home. I don't call myself a full-time creator. I don't call myself an expert in editing. And I don't think that, and I'm not a gamer. That was the other thing. I'm not a gamer. So I didn't want to give that perspective of, hey, you need to get this. And just with the different things that we're doing working from home, we're probably doing a lot of things on the side hustles, all these different types of things. And YouTube, to me, is a huge opportunity for a lot of people to share your knowledge, share your own experience, and share your expertise. One could be just for friends and family and just giving that nice elevated feel and look to the videos that you create for entertainment. Could be for education. Maybe you're a teacher or you're working for a company where training is lacking because a lot of people in the workforce are switching to working from home. So they want to create some really simple how-to videos or tutorials in regards to their work. And third is becoming a content creator. YouTube is one road, one avenue of being a content creator, and something that you can do part-time that can turn into a full-time income, replacing your 9 to 5. And I always told myself that would be amazing, not necessarily just being a content creator, creating a life on your own terms. I think it's amazing that we can post things online and get paid for it. For some, maybe just even just a little bit, but to actually replace your full-time income is really a great goal if you're able to create the life that you want. One thing is that you don't want to become a content creator or a YouTube creator just to replace your full-time income and then also getting yourself into a full-time job. And what I mean by that is you're working full-time now. Are you finding the time to spend that quality time and being present with your friends and family as the world comes back to a semi-norm that is compared to before the pandemic? Or are you able to create content and be a content creator, replace your 9 to 5, and also organize your time so you can be present and be more present and have more quality time with your friends and family? Because as a content creator, it's not easy. And I'm really understanding that now. I knew that before, and most people do. And we always get sucked into a lot of content creators saying, it's easy. It's simplified. All you need to do is press record and they will come. And there's more to it than just pressing record. I think to get started, it's important that you do press record. I think it's important that you test out a lot of different ideas and how you present those ideas. For me, my main trade, my background is facilitation. So my old life, I would facilitate in front of people, do training, presentations, etc. And so I had a specific skill set that I can really enhance and share that experience to people. And now that I'm in this content creation, and I said, hey, if I hit 1,000 subscribers, this is really giving me an eye-opening opportunity where I could possibly chase that goal of replacing my 9 to 5. So to give you some context, I have a beautiful wife. I have 2 young children. I have a son that's 5 years old, and I have a daughter that's 9 years old. They're both in extracurricular activities. And I want to be present for that. I want to be able to shape my life in a way where I can create content, or I'm in a job or a career where I have the flexibility to pick up my kids. I can drop off my kids. I can go on those traveling trips for school sports and other extracurriculars that they will need to occupy the weekend and occupy the evenings. Where can you really do that unless you either A, own your own business and you hire people, or this new generation of making money, creating a full-time income through channels like YouTube. So the channel is going to be shifting a little bit. I've gone from this enhance your working from home experience to doing tech reviews, and I want to share my journey and help others that are on that same journey to start content creation and to create the life that you want. For me, it is going to be that balance right now of working a 9 to 5 or working for someone and doing this part-time. And I want to share that journey. I think that's going to be the continuation. And hopefully within that journey, I'll be able to separate and go full-time into content creation. One channel being on YouTube, podcasting, and all the things, and help people and be a part of their journey to get to just pressing record, getting and helping people get to their first 100 subscribers, to 1,000 subscribers and beyond. Because there's a lot of things to think about. And you could be an expert in a lot of things that people may not care about or ever watch. What I learned, though, in this world of YouTube and online space is because of the pandemic, it has really opened the doors for a lot of different niches that just weren't discovered before, which I think is amazing in my opinion. I like the fact that we can jump right in, pick something specific that we know we're knowledgeable about, that we know that we have a lot of experience about, and we have expertise. And I think that's where my focus is. If you have something that you want to serve, you want to share with people, I want to help you. And I'll be going through a lot of different videos, and I will be doing some tech review, obviously, when it comes to gear, because going into this YouTube thing is that FOMO, that fear of missing out. Even though we have a lot of great ideas, a lot of people want the same thing. You want people to also enjoy what they're watching. You want people to enjoy what they're hearing, so they'll listen to you more. Because if you do have a lot of great things, you can have a great message, you can have a great idea, and if they can't see you, they can't hear you properly, you can't communicate well, you won't be able to actually help and serve those people. So I think that's the direction we're going to go. I shouldn't say it. I don't think that's the direction where the Elev8 project is going to go. So thank you for the 1,000 people that have hit that subscribe button. I appreciate you so much. And if you still want to be a part of my journey as we grow, as I grow, share my content. If you want to start doing YouTube and you think hitting 1,000 subscribers is difficult and you think it's impossible, I'm telling you right now, it's not. I think for me, the most difficult growth was not getting to 1,000 subscribers. The biggest challenge for my growth was getting from 0 to 100. That was really the toughest. I think if I were to look back at my analytics, from getting from 0 to 100, I think was like 4 months. Oh, maybe even 6 months. Actually, I think it might have been almost like between 4 to 6 months if I were going to take a look at my analytics. It took a long time, and I appreciate that time because it really helped me understand my voice, helped me really understand how I deliver my message, how to structure my content, my workflow while having a full-time job, waking up early, staying late up at night, doing all the things needed, and taking the steps to upgrade things that I thought would completely enhance my YouTube channel, which it didn't. I think I have a better understanding of what to invest in and why. And then I started looking into what are the different revenue streams that I can really utilize to help compensate a lot of the time and the effort till I'm able to replace my 9-to-5 and make this a full-time income. So it's 2022, it's October. Did I get 1,000 subscribers in my first 30 days? No. Did I get my first 1,000 subscribers in my first year? No. I was able to get 1,000 subscribers within 15 months. And for me, my expectations were very high. However, I wanted to give myself a reasonable goal. And my reasonable goal was like, let me dedicate 1 full year. Let me get 1 year into this. And when I hit a year, it was like I got up to 800 subscribers, I want to say, maybe even 900. And then that gave me enough motivation and inspiration to push through. Because I did a lot of different things and different experiments per se, experiments with editing, how I deliver, how my equipment enhances my message, my YouTube background. Like, obviously this isn't my normal background. I want to share what I went through, why I did things, to hopefully help you. I'm not going to tell you this is what you should do to get 1,000 subscribers in 15 months. I'm going to show you and tell you what I did in hopes that you get to 1,000 subscribers faster than I did. And that might be in 30 days. That might be in 1 year. And my hope is that if you really want to take content creation seriously as a possibility for you to start part-time and eventually go to full-time, that what you learn and what I share is that you at least get there within the same time period that I did. Could have it taken me longer? 100%. Could have I focused on other social medias that might have enhanced the quickness to get me to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube? 100%. And I made a couple different decisions on my way to 1,000 subscribers. And I will be talking about different social media platforms, talking about the TikTok, the Instagram, the Facebook, and the decisions why I did or I didn't focus or use those different platforms. So with that in mind, I will be doing a few different things. Now that I'm a little bit more clear on what I want to do and I want to share and help people, specifically on content creation on YouTube, I'll be doing regular videos on YouTube like I normally do. And that's going to be typically more than 1 minute, typically less than 45 minutes, hopefully always less than 30 minutes. I think I have one video on my channel that is over 30 minutes. It was more a tutorial and a guide to productivity. I am going to start taking some time for shorts, for Instagram and TikTok. And I wince at TikTok because I'm really going to be utilizing TikTok to help my Instagram, to help my shorts, not necessarily to grow my TikTok. I will be focusing on that a little bit maybe in the end of next year. I've always wanted to start a podcast with a specific goal. I've done some podcasts in the past without really a clear long-term view. I always wanted to have a partner or a podcast where I would have guests. And now I've come to a good comfort zone of what my capabilities are and what I want to do. And I'm okay with a solo podcast and having a few guests later on and doing all the different things and experiment because I want to take action. I think that's one of the big things that I really learned from last year to this year when it comes to content creation is taking action. I want to start a Twitter account as well. And that's going to be also something that I'm not necessarily going to promote 100% of the time. I would love for you, if you do catch me on Twitter, to follow me. The main reason why I want to use Twitter is to test different ideas. I want to throw a lot of different ideas out to the world and see what the reactions are. And as I go through, help me shape the content that I create now so I can create the content that I want tomorrow. And I'll kind of explain that on a different episode or on a different podcast to explain why. This main episode was really just to say thank you. Thank you again for hitting subscribe. I appreciate you all. I probably said thank you multiple times on this video. And if you're hearing this on audio, thank you for listening to this on my brand new podcast. This is the very first episode. And this episode obviously is being shared on my YouTube channel, just so you can be aware that I have a podcast now. So this will be hopefully on all the podcast platforms. The ones that I believe for sure will be on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. So I would really appreciate it if you found value in this video or you're just enjoying it, to hit that subscribe button. Also to hit the like button or dislike if you don't like it. Comment below. Tell me your thoughts. Any engagement really helps support the channel. If you want to hear audio, you want to hear my voice and just talk about the long form. Yeah, actually, I didn't even mention that. So YouTube is going to be regular. The shorts and the focus I'm going to be using on shorts, as well as Instagram and TikTok, are going to be my short form video. And the podcast is really going to be my long form. This is where I'm going to spend a little bit more time on different topics, on YouTube, content creation, work-life balance, how I'm transitioning from part-time to full-time, if that becomes something of a realization and more reachable, and dig a little bit deeper. Versus where on my YouTube, it's considered long form, but I really cut it up to ensure that it's more consumable. So if that does interest you, let me know in the comments below. Again, it really supports me if you hit that like button and follow me on my podcast. And if you can, I'd love it. Leave me a review. Every little bit of engagement helps. Again, be safe, stay awesome, and I'll catch you in the next one.